Hey Bennett, thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, excited to be here for the interview.
Great. Well, I've got a few questions for you, mostly about Liberty University and your experience here. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been here and what year you will be this upcoming fall?
This is actually my first year here. I transferred here in the fall, and before that I went to a school called Christopher Newport. I worked for a little while and then came here, so it's my first year, just finished part of my junior year, so next year I think I'll still be a junior. It's a little complicated how things work here with your completion plan and everything, but I'm taking the courses I need to take and getting that done. And I am studying digital media, so I hope to work in television or film one day, and so I'm getting a little experience doing that here at Liberty, working for the sports network and just trying to learn as much as I can while I'm here in school and classes.
Okay, it sounds like you're pretty involved on campus then. How did you like your first semester here at Liberty in your first year?
My first year was awesome. I lived on the hill, which is kind of the older dorm, so sometimes people have a little bit of a knock on them because they're like, oh, you gotta live at the commons, things like that. But I really loved living on the hill. Got to room with, two other guys I knew from high school, so that was a lot of fun. And we just had a blast on our hall, got to make a lot of friends. So I really love that aspect of it, living there on the hill and getting to meet a lot of people. And the classes too. It was a lot of fun being there. Good professors. I like the material we go over for the most part. I mean, obviously you have classes you have to take, get out of the way, like biology, math, things like that. So that might not be my forte, but taking digital media classes, learn a little bit about performance and video editing, all the different things. I really enjoy the different aspects.
Okay, you mentioned that you work for LFSN. What would be your main role when you're working for them? Or does it switch, or do you have one role that you mainly do?
Yeah, so it's really cool. What they do is once you get started, they train you and you learn how to work camera. That's the first thing. So basically everyone starts on that level playing field. Important thing, without the camera, you can't really do anything. So we learned how to do that, and so that's what I started out doing. Worked cameras that were on the tripod, and then worked handheld cameras. So I got to do a little bit of that. Worked a lot of hockey games, baseball, lacrosse, field hockey. And by doing all that, you kind of learn about how to focus or how to frame your shots. And that's not the only role that you have. They switch off. So once you learn those basics, then they put you in different positions. So after that, you learn some basic stuff like gripping, where you hold the cable for the cameraman. Pretty simple, not a huge fan of it, but it's necessary. And then eventually I got to work behind the scenes. So I worked replay and got to really see how everything works, where when you're watching TV you may not notice it, but there's tons of people behind the scenes doing a bunch of work. So I learned replay and how to edit film live and get those plays up and running as fast as I can, because you gotta be quick with that. I mean, it's tough, you gotta be on that, but it's a lot of fun. It's almost an adrenaline rush, trying to get it done as fast as possible and get a good product out there for everyone to see. So it's a lot of fun doing that for LFSN.
All right, that sounds like a good opportunity. So what would you say is maybe your favorite part about the campus, maybe your favorite place to hang out or study?
A lot of times I did study in my room. I felt like I could focus a little better there because there's not so many people. And when I'm in a big public space like the library, which is an awesome place, I mean, there's so many cool places to hang out or sit or read. But I found a lot of the times just sitting at my desk in my room, that was the easiest way for me to focus, because I didn't have a ton of people walking by, and sometimes I'd see people that I know and be like, hey, at the library. But in my room, I know if I'm set, I'm not gonna get interrupted most likely if my roommates know I'm studying. But every now and then you get somebody knocking on your door, coming in, it's like, oh man, I got this paper I gotta write. I can't be goofing off right now. I can't be running down the hallway or going to bistro or, the rot. I have to focus on my work. So I like to hang out on my hall. David's place is pretty cool. They have ping pong tables there, the pool, when it's warm out. I mean, it is heated, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, anywhere on campus is nice. I mean, there's so many new structures here.
Absolutely, and a lot being added too. Definitely a lot of construction going on. So, do you have any big summer plans? I'm sure you're gonna enjoy a nice break before the startup of the next semester.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be good. This is my last class for summer, so once that's done, I have an interview this Saturday for a job locally, so I'll probably work about 5 or 6 days a week doing that, and then I'll have my 2 days off. So most of the summer, be working, saving up money for school.
All right, cool. What is you mentioned you've only been here for a year, so how does Lynchburg stack up against where you're from? Do you enjoy it, or do you like home better?
Well, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, which is about 2 hours from here, and growing up, I lived there 20 years of my life in Richmond, so after a while, you kind of get tired of the same place, and you're like, oh, this place has nothing to do. But then I moved to Lynchburg, and there's a lot less to do here. It's a beautiful place. There's some nice hiking on the different trails. They have tons of trails around here at Liberty that you can walk and bike on. But for the most part, there's not a whole lot here, and a lot of the stores that seem to close by 5 downtown, things like that. But, you know, the comparison, Richmond was a lot bigger than I thought it was, and then Lynchburg has a few things. It has downtown, it has the river walk, which is pretty cool. But a lot of what Lynchburg is kind of Liberty, or the other colleges like Lynchburg College and Roanoke. Those kind of help boost how many people are here in Lynchburg. So it's all right. Lynchburg's all right. I'm glad to be here.
All right. Well, thanks for giving a little insight on your experience here, and hope you have a good rest of your academic career here at Liberty.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.